The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, everybody. Big Pauly coming to you this fine Tuesday, 2/22/22. So I guess this is the ultimate Tuesday, and we have St. Louis and Baltimore coming to you today in Baltimore. And thank you to Luke Brown suggesting I pump up the volume on my USB headset. Well, I can't do that because it's already at max. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the sound down to about, should peak at -5 decibels. So I'm hoping that with that, my voice and the crowd noise will coexist peacefully. Because with this USB headset, yes, indeed, it does tend to calm my voice. I sound like I'm somebody who should be on NPR. Okay, so 40 degrees and no precipitation, but a wind of 5 to 15 at the Raven Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. And we'll set the roster. Going to be Neil Lomax up against Joe Flacco. That's your quarterbacking matchup because Kurt Warner, of course, plays with the Arizona Cardinals now in the HTFL, and Johnny Unitas is with San Diego because he was once a San Diego Charger at the tail end of his career. The coin flip goes Baltimore's way. We'll defer to the second half. I play as Baltimore. The computer plays as St. Louis. The Maroons, a combination of the Rams and the Cardinals when they habitated the St. Louis area. And the Ravens are a combination of the Ravens and the pre-1984 Colts. And it's not Eric Metcalf, but Terry Metcalf back deep, along with Mitchell and Gilliam. And this one is underway. And the return past the 30, past the 40, a fumble it looked like. And it was recovered by Torrey Holt on the special teams team. And the return went 45 yards, so St. Louis is starting in good field position. Their starting lineup is as follows. Falk is a 9 receiver, and Farrell is a 4 out of the backfield. Holt and Bruce are both 9s. Jackie Smith is a 10. Lomax out of Portland State, and your blocking numbers on the offensive lineman. Pace is a 10. Dobler is an 8. DeMarco is a 9. Timmerman is 8, and Deerdorf is 9. Dan Deerdorf, who would go on and become a broadcaster of note. And we'll try to give you the Baltimore defense after this first play, barring anything big happening. And Lomax is back to throw it in completion, looking for Isaac Bruce, and it looked like he overthrew him from this observer's angle. For Baltimore, it's Marchetti and Nagata, a 10 and a 9 defensively. Donovan and Lipscomb are both 9s. Hendricks, Ted the Stork, Bad Stork Hendricks is a 10. Ray Lewis, of course, is a 10. And Peter Boulware is a 9. Boyd is a 10. McAllister is a 9. Those are your corners. Ed Reed is a 10 plus, and Volk is a 9. So you have nobody below a 9 on the Baltimore defense, and you wonder why they hang around and why they made the first hometown bowl last year. Both teams 4-3. Baltimore playing in the East Division, St. Louis in the North. It's 2nd and 10 at the 47. And Lomax again throwing, but he's way off the target. He was looking for 81, who was Torrey Holt. So Lomax starting 0 for 2. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 47. And biggest stories going on are in the news, looking like Russia's going to invade the Ukraine. Gain of 8, as that was a dump off to Farrell. Hendricks got him before he could get to the first down marker. And it's looking like St. Louis will punt 4th and 2, so you got to watch for a fake, which is what I am doing. And that's a nice punt by Jones. It goes out of bounds at the 4. So that is where not St. Louis, but Baltimore will start. 1st and 10 from there. Their starters are Lewis and McCauley, a 3 and a 7 receiver. The wideouts are Berry and Alexander in the base formation, an 8 and a 7. Todd Heap is a 7. He is the tight end. Flacco, of course, quarterback out of Delaware, much like the current president of the United States. Ogden is a 10+. Yanda is a 9. Curry is a 7. Barwigen a 9. Vogel a 9. And that is your offensive line. Just keep it simple and put Lewis on a dive play on 1st and 10 from the 4. Yeah. When you're on the right side of the field, the graphics do not animate correctly. He gained 4 yards, and Stovall, one of the safeties, and we'll get to the lineup right now, made the tackle. It's Carter and Quinn at defensive end. Carter is a 9 defender, and Quinn is an 8. Brockers and Walker are both defensive tackles. They are 7s. EJ Jr. is an 8, Meinert an 8, Stallings a 7. Those are your linebackers. Worley and Fisher, a 10 and an 8, are your corners. Wilson and Stovall, the aforementioned Stovall, is a 10 and a 7. 2nd and 6 now. From the 8, you have the starting lineups, and we're going to go Stephen Smith Sr., who comes into the game as a 3rd wideout. Used to play for Carolina, too, if I'm not mistaken. And that
offsides,
is
defense,
a 3-yard gain.
Number 37, 5-yard penalty.
We'll put the 5-yard penalty against Pat Fisher. It's going to be 2nd and 1, and Baltimore will, of course, take the penalty. And we'll just give it to Lewis and let him get his first. Should have a good day feasting on this St. Louis defense, which is not good up front. Front 7 has only have 1 9 on it, and the rest are 8s and 7s, so I expect them to run the ball a lot. We'll go to Don McCauley, off tackle right. Did I call him Ed earlier? That's no gain. Walker on the tackle for St. Louis. And it's now 2nd and 10, so they bring the 3rd receiver in, which is going to be Stephen Smith. We'll go to him on a slant, see if he can get close. And he's got it, and he picks up 6 yards. Todd Light, who comes in as the nickelback, makes the tackle. It's 3rd and 4. We'll go... What will we go? How about Derek Alexander on the cross? And a sack. That is by Walker, the defensive tackle, and that's a 6-yard loss, setting up 4th and 10 at the 17. Hakeem back deep as Sam Koch punts this away from about the 4-yard line. Hakeem, his return, no dream, of 4 yards. And the punt went 44, the net being 40. So St. Louis gets their 2nd possession. No score with 10:04 left in the opening quarter. It's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And it's Lomax throwing to Jackie Smith. He gained 5 yards before Volk made the tackle on him. 2nd and 5 at the 48. Of course, he was a pivotal player in Super Bowl 13. Dropped the pass from Roger Staubach that everybody thought he should have had. Farrell picking up 2. And it's 3rd and 3 now at midfield, right on that HTFL logo. And Baltimore calling timeout. They didn't look set on the fence, so they will try again. 3rd and 3. They're in the base formation for a throw to Bruce. And Boyd making the tackle for Baltimore after a pickup of 9 yards. It's now a 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 41. And that is Falk not gaining anything. Tackled by Nagata. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 41. Down to 8:02 now left in the opening quarter. That's a throw and a marker.
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 89, 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
They booked Gino Marchetti, who broke his leg in the 1958 NFL championship game, for roughing the passer. And when you see a penalty at that given time in the play, it's usually either pass interference or that. roughing the passer. So it's 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 26 on a chilly day in Baltimore, Maryland. That was a throw intended for Falk, well covered by Ed Reed. And we go to 2nd and 10 from the 26 still. And Lomax looking and finding Jackie Smith. He gained 11. And it's a 1st down at the 15 with 7:08 to go. And that is Ray Lewis on the tackle of Marshall Falk. He gained 4 yards. And that was his 2nd carry of the day. Lomax has started out 4 for 7 for 33 yards. It's 2nd and 6 at the 11. Farrell, no gain, being tackled by Peter Boulware out of Florida State. Had 5 tackles against Philly last week. 3rd and 6. We're in week 8, by the way, so after this, everybody will have 10 games left. That's Smith, and that's 6. Touchdown, Maroons. Jackie Smith, not the sickest man in America this evening. And point after try to make it 7-0 is good by Zerline. And the Ravens got a little work to do with 5:01 left in the opening quarter. Their return team is Lewis, Hillenbrand, and Laird. And this is going to go to one of the upbacks who takes it in the end zone for a touchback. So Baltimore, with their best field position of the game, at their own 20 with 5:01 to go. We're going to run it to Lewis off tackle to the right side. Try to get that running game going, and Lewis picking up 7 yards before Roger Worley made the tackle. Their better corner. And it's going to be now 2nd and 3. Baltimore going double tight. They're going to dive it with Don McCauley. Try to spread the carries around a little bit. Short of the first. A better than 50-50 chance I can get this overturned, so I'm going to hit it.
Upon further review, the runner reached the 1st down marker. 1st down. No timeout will be charged.
So no timeout charge as the appeal succeeds, but Baltimore will be out of the challenges the rest of the game. 4:14 left, and it's 1st and 10. Do it again, Ravens. Trap right. Jamal Lewis. That used to be lyrics from Jerry Reed's song, Gain of 8. Stallings on the tackle, called Bandit Ball. And, of course, the USFL is getting restarted in April. Their first game, which is going to be New Jersey and Birmingham, is going to be shown on 2 different networks at the same time, Fox and NBC. Last time that happened was 2007 when the Patriots were going for the perfect regular season and they beat the Giants. Of course, the Giants beat the Pats a few weeks later in Super Bowl 42. 2nd and 2. Speaking of 2s, 2nd and 2 on 2:22:22. Have I confused you yet? Trap left, Jamal Lewis. 2nd and 2 from the 38, and he just barely gets back to the line. In fact, he lost a yard. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 3 at the 37. I'm going to look to Raymond Berry to come through for me here. Short crossing route. He's got it. That's a gain of 9 before Worley brought him down. And they brought Todd Light in as a 5th defensive back. Now 1st and 10 at the 42. We'll go back to Lewis, trapped to the left side. And he will pick up a couple. Meinert on the tackle, or Meinert. I don't know how he pronounces his last name. He played way before my time, I think. Yeah, 1963, and I was born in 71. 2nd and 8 at the 48. And we'll look to John Mackey here on the short cross. Marker before the play.
Encroachment, defense. Number 79, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Well, that's a free 5 yards, so I'm going to take it. That was on Walker of St. Louis. And we're down to 1:18 now left in the first period. A dive for Lewis on 2nd and 3. Just pound the rock here. 5-yard gain. Lewis now at 7 carries and 29 yards. Let's see how far he can go. He can go 35 carries, so he's in good shape. 1:09 to go. How about McCulley? Off tackle right side on 1st and 10 from the 42. Just get those 3 yards in a cloud of dust, as they used to say about Ohio State when they were coached by the late, great Woody Hayes. Of course, his career didn't end all that great. Got into a brawl with a Clemson player in the 78 Gator Bowl and was very quickly let go. Hitch to Raymond Berry, 2nd and 7. And no, we reached the end of the first quarter before that could happen. So it's 7-0 St. Louis. They have 12 plays, 50 yards. Baltimore, 12 plays and 44 yards, but 10 of them have been rushes. They have been pounding the rock in this game. And we are going to give a dive play to Lewis on 2nd and 7. See what he can do. And Lewis got into the secondary that time, needed 7, got 8. So it's a first down. So I'm wondering if that Jerry Reed song, Bandit Ball, it sounded like, kind of sounds like it's something out of the movie Smokey and the Bandit. And, yeah, of course, Jerry Reed is no longer with us. Great country singer. Listen to the Central Jerry Reed if you have Apple Music someday, and you can see how great he was. He was a good lyricist, too. Jamal Lewis trapped to the left side on 1st and 10 from the 31. One of my favorite songs of his is called Framed, just so you know. 2nd and 8 at the 29. Lewis getting a lot of carries. He's up to 9 for 39. So we're going to give him a little bit of a breather here, and we'll go Heap big to Todd Heap on a medium fly route on 2nd and 8. He's got it. Gain of 13. So Flacco is perfect so far, 3 for 3, 28 yards, but they haven't been using him all that much. We'll go back to Lewis, trapped to the left side on 1st and 10 from the 16. He's down to the 9 after Meener gets him, a pickup of 7. I've been framed. 2nd and 3 at the 9. And we will look to Raymond Berry. Short crossing route. 1 and 3 chance. It's a touchdown. It's incomplete, though. 3rd and 3 at the 9. Lewis. Trap left. And Lewis will get the first down. Gutsy call there by the Baltimore coach to run it on 3rd and 3. Now it's a 1st and goal at the 4. We'll keep Lewis in. Trap it right. And Lewis is 3 yards closer to the goal line. They're at the 1. Lewis is out of the great University of Tennessee. 11 for 65 against Philly. 4 catches for 20 yards. We're close enough to where I'm going to try sneaking it over with Joe Flacco on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Flacco has made this a 7-6 game. We'll try the point after here. I think this is Stover. He's got it, and we are tied 7-7 with 10:09. I'm sorry, 10:06. Sometimes a 6 looks like a 9 to me. Sounds like a Jimi Hendrix song. If 6 was 9. And yeah. What was he referring to? Terry Metcalf back deep for St. Louis. And another good return for Terry. That's 32 yards out to the 36. I remember Terry from when he played with Toronto in the CFL because cable was becoming a thing in the late 70s, and we had a local channel here in the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County anyway, that would show CFL games before ESPN did. 1st and 10 from the 36. I think they got it straight from either CTV or the CBC. And Lewis making the tackle of Farrell. Of course, they didn't play in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but they did play in 2021. And they played their Grey Cup in December, which for them is a little unusual. 2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 36. That's a pass in the flat to Torrey Holt. He gains 3. McAllister making the stop. Lomax is 6 out of 9 for 47 yards. So we've only seen 13 passes in the game so far, but St. Louis is not running the ball that well at all. 5 carries and 6 yards. 3rd and 7 at the 39. It's Lomax. An incomplete pass. Beg your pardon. The one drawback of wearing a USB headset is I don't really have a cough button at the ready. It's up on my headset, and there's going to be times where I'm not going to be able to get to it. That's an incompletion. It was Holt against McAllister, and Holt did not make the catch. So St. Louis punts, a 7-7 tie, 8:22 to go. Jermaine Lewis with a 6-yard return, and Denoy Samoa made the tackle for St. Louis. At least that's how I think his name is pronounced. 8:17 left, and we're going to dance with who brought us. We're going to sweep it left with Jamal Lewis, 1st and 10. We've been running the ball inside, making good gains, and Lewis this time 6 yards. He's at 13 carries on the day for 60. And he can get the ball 22 more times before he gets tired. To a base formation, which brings Alexander in as a wideout. We're going to go him medium out on 2nd and 4. And that was a throw to McCauley. Could not find Alexander. And he gets out of bounds. A 1st down for Baltimore at their own 40. Back to Lewis. And we'll pitch it right and try to get him out in the perimeter. And that's only a gain of 2. Quinn on the stop for St. Louis. 2nd and 8 at the 47. We'll go Berry on the medium fly pass with 3 wide. And he's got it, and he's loose past the 30, down to the 27, picking up 31 big yards there. And it's now a 1st and 10. Baltimore at the St. Louis 27. We'll go back to the double tight end set, back to running the football, trap right, Jamal Lewis, but St. Louis tipping off that they're playing short and tight. We're going to go Berry on the fly route. Dumped off to Lewis instead, who picked up 8. And that is his 1st catch of the game. Meanert again on the tackle for the Maroons. 5:03 left to go in the half. It is still 7-7. Trap left, Jamal Lewis. Lewis to the 10, to the 7. Another pickup of 12 yards. And he's gashing the Maroons pretty good so far this afternoon. 15 carries and 74 yards. We'll go to McCauley on a dive. 1st and goal from the 7. See if he can inch closer. In fact, he lost a yard. Quinn making the tackle. Quinn, one of the defensive ends. He's out of North Kakalaki. And it's 2nd and goal at the 8. We'll go back to Lewis. And we'll try that trap on the right side here. And he is stood up. Loss of a yard. So -1 and -1 makes it 3rd and goal from the 9. I'll look for Heath, the tight end, and hope he can score one here. With St. Louis playing short and tight, we'll go medium hitch. That is incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and goal, and Stover has an 88% success rate from this distance. And he hits it from 26, and it is 10-7. A chip shot, really, with 2:21 left. How much time did that drive take? 10 plays, 65 yards, and the drive took 5:52 off the clock. Metcalf back deep for St. Louis. It is a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20. The throw is an incompletion. Pace hurt on the play. It looked like he injured his thumb, but he's going to stay in. 2nd and 10 at the 20. We have 2:15 left now. And this is Farrell with a 3-yard gain. I am not calling timeout. St. Louis is, which is interesting because they could just as easily let it go to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 7 at the 23. It's Lomax. It's a throw to Farrell. He gains 3 yards. And fourth down. I'm gonna let it run to the 2-minute warning. Only a 2-second difference. And St. Louis has to punt it away again. This is Jones. Mr. Jones and me. 7-yard return for Lewis. The punt went 49. The net will be 42. Baltimore with 2 timeouts left. So does St. Louis also have 2 timeouts. St. Louis has their challenge, but Baltimore does not. We're going to go medium fly route to Raymond Berry. We're going to change it because St. Louis is playing deep and loose to a screen to Lewis. And that was well covered in an incompletion. Flacco is now 6 of 9 for 75 yards. There's that 6 and 9 again. Slant to Alexander on 2nd and 10. And he picks up 9. We'll call timeout and leave a $1:35 on the clock. It's going to be 3rd and 1. We'll play it like we're going to run it, but we're going to go play action short pass to Berry. See if we could trick him. Can't trick him because it was an incompletion. So 3 and out for Baltimore there. St. Louis will get the ball back. 1:31 to go. And Koch will punt it deep. Caught by Hakeem, who returned it 10 yards after the punt went 46. So, 1:26 now left. St. Louis trailing by a field goal. The Maroons trailing 10-7. That is a gain of 3 for Falk. Not much. And St. Louis is down to their last timeout now. 2nd and 7 at the 26. The throw is a catch by Bruce. He gets out of bounds and pick up a 15. So Lomax now 8 for 13, 65 yards. And that catch by Bruce gives him 2 for 24. 1st and 10 at the 41. The throw is another catch by Isaac Bruce. 16-yard gain. I am not aiding and abetting St. Louis by calling timeouts for them. Bruce is out of Memphis. Came into the game 19 catches for 242 yards, so he's up to 22 and 282 on the season. Now St. Louis in business. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 43. And this is a throw in completion.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. 10-yard penalty.
We'll be happy to push St. Louis back a little bit. 1st and 20 now at their own 47. And here's the throw by Lomax. It is dropped, it looked like, in and out of the hands of Bruce. 2nd and 20 now. 49 ticks of the clock left. And this is Falk gaining 4. And the clock is running. We'll see what St. Louis does here. Little dump pass to Farrell. We have 26 seconds left. I have a timeout left, but I can't call it. Okay. Set up for the punt return. And that goes out of bounds at the 14. 18 seconds left. See if I can get anything going over the middle. A medium slant to Berry, which may be a little dangerous. He's got it. And with 9 seconds left, I will call time. Well, all you could do here is just chuck one up. We'll go Alexander on the old bomb play. 1st and 10 from the 26. That's an incomplete pass. 3 seconds left. Well, we'll try it again. Put 5 wide in the game and try it again. We'll go Moore. Lenny Moore is a 72. He's up. He's isolated against the linebacker. That's why. We'll go his way. It's incomplete. So at halftime, it is the Ravens 10 and not the Cardinals, but the Maroons 7. We will be back in just 15 seconds. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. And welcome back to Baltimore. Big Pauly coming to you. 10-7 is your score. The Ravens leading the Maroons. One programming note. We will do our next episode of Big Pauly's Fight Night tomorrow. I had originally planned to do it today, but we will move that to tomorrow. And we have PWT coming at you Thursday. And then again Saturday. Then I'm going to take a day off from the circuits on the 28th of February. Then we will start that loop all over again on March 1st, which isn't too far away because February you only got 28 days. So Baltimore gets the ball to start the second half. 24 plays, 17 passes were called by St. Louis. They have 99 yards. Baltimore ran 35 plays for $1.69. So they'll get the ball and start the second half. Hope you all are doing well. This 2:22:22. And that was an onside kick, but Curry recovered it at the St. Louis 47, so it didn't fool Baltimore. It fooled me, I'll tell you that. And Baltimore now with a good chance to get some points on the board here. We're going to trap it left with Jamal Lewis. Just keep running the ball, which I think is a great action PC football strategy, especially against a softer. If this was a team from, say, a certain year and not an all-time team, then this would be a formidable team. But St. Louis being a little soft in the front seven, Lewis picked up 10. That was a first down. Meanert on the tackle once again. He's got to be up close to 10 tackles. Sweep left with Don McCauley, who was on that 70 Colts team that won Super Bowl V, if my memory serves. Yeah, he was 75. He might not have been with Baltimore that year that they beat the Cowboys on Jim O'Brien's last-second field goal. A dive by Lewis, 2nd and 10 at the 37. And Lewis picking up another 14 yards. He's been red hot as of late and seems to be getting stronger as the game wears on. 1st and 10 at the 23. We will go base formation. We're going to play action to Alexander, medium pass. And he's got it. That's got to be close to the 10. In fact, it is just inside the 10 at the 9. So Baltimore with a chance to go up more than a score should they get a touchdown here. We'll go back to Lewis. Sweep it to the left side. And Lewis bounces off of one defender, gains 2 yards. Worley, his return probable. So Todd Light's going to come in the game. He's only a 7 corner. And this is going to change things a little bit. You see Light up there, 41 against 82, Alexander. So we're going to go his way. Short crossing route on 2nd and goal. That's incomplete. A little traffic jam there. How about we go 5 wide? And we look to Lenny Moore on the short hitch. Again, it's a mismatch because he's up against the linebacker, or was, and you're not going to see this play. There was a touchdown to Alexander. Let's replay it because we had a photo card that was blocking it. And look at 24, but instead he threw to Alexander. See if we can do it again. Okay, the replay is not doing what it should, but Alexander caught the ball for a touch. We'll try the point after to make it 17-7. Good by Stover. And there you go with 11:23 left in quarter number 3. Metcalf back deep, and Baltimore, after giving up the first score, has taken control of the game. Metcalf at 29 to the 29. He returned at 31 because he was 2 yards deep in the end zone. Yeah, St. Louis got the first score, and Baltimore now has 17 unanswered. Ball to 29. Here's Lomax to give it to Falk, and Falk has been held in check by this stalwart Baltimore defense. 4 carries, 9 yards, 1 catch for 4. Usually Falk does a little better than that. 2nd and 8 at the 31. We have a whistle before the play.
False start. Offense. Number 28, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Well, when it's raining, it's pouring for Marshall Falk. He gets called for the false start there. Backing St. Louis up 5 at 2nd and 13 at the 26. They're going to screen it to Falk, it looks like. And he picks up 8 of those yards back. Ed Reed making the tackle for Baltimore. 3rd and 5, ball to 34. And that is a catch, a fumble, and Baltimore has it.
The previous play is under review.
But we're reviewing it.
The ruling on the field is confirmed.
Boyd forced a fumble after Bruce caught it. A 15-yard gain. Hendricks pounced on the ball, and Baltimore has it back. It's 1st and 10 at the 49. We'll go 5 wide, and we're going to look to Lenny Moore on the long fly route. Hell, let's go bomb fly. And there's the throw. Penalty. It's going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
You put
8,
pressure on the
automatic,
defense, and good things
down.
happen. That is Wilson, 38-yard penalty. And you got Light, Atagwe, and Johnson in there, and they're all 7s. So good play there. It's 1st and 10 at the 13. We're going to give it to Jamal. Trap on the left side, and he's down to the 8-yard line. He goes over 100 yards on that play. 20 carries, 104 yards. So now a 2nd and 5. Ball at the 8. We're going to draw with McCulley, and he's got a touchdown. Don McCulley, and it's a 23-7 game with 8:17 to go. Here's your point after try by Stover to make it 3 scores. It is good, and it's 24-7 with 8:17 now left in the third. Metcalf, again back deep, and that'll go through the end zone, a touchback. Sonny Randall coming into the game. He is a third wideout. He's 88 up on the top of your screen. 1st and 10 at the 20. And now St. Louis has to get busy offensively. They only gain a yard. Falk knocked out by Marchetti. His 5th carry only for 10 yards total. 2nd and 9 at the 21. He only gained 1 on that play. And Lomax throwing and completing at the Randall, who we were just talking about. A gain of 14 yards. He's out of Virginia. Played in the early 60s as a St. Louis Cardinal. Just after they moved from Chicago. 1st and 10 at the 35. And that is a throw and a catch. Randall brought down by Keene after a gain of 9. Keenan is the nickelback for Baltimore. 2nd and a yard. Ball at the 44. And this is a gain of 4 for Falk. Volk making the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 43, so they still haven't even gotten to the plus side of the field yet, and they still haven't, as that's an incompletion. McAllister deflected that, intended for Torrey Holt. 2nd and 10, ball at the 48, 5:16 to go. This is play number 6 of the drive, and another incompletion looking for Marshall Falk. Worley is back in the game. We'll see him when Baltimore has the ball next. 3rd and 10 at the 48. It's Lomax. He is looking and finding Holt for a pickup of 15. Now St. Louis is on the Baltimore side of the field with 5:04 left. Play number 8 of the drive coming your way right now. Another completion, and that is to Holt again, a gain of 11. He is at 3 catches, 29 yards. Lomax 17 to 25. 161 yards, 1 touchdown throw. 1st and 10 at the 26 now. And this is a give to Falk, who gains 5 yards, but he's still being very much held in check by this great Baltimore defense. 7 carries for just 19 yards. 2nd and 5. 3s are wild on this 2:22-22. 3rd quarter, 3:33 left to go. Give is to Farrell. He loses 2. A tackle by Ray Lewis out of the University of Miami. You see him there. And he so far has made 45 tackles. And let's see. No sacks so far on the season for Ray. But a very big force on this Baltimore defense. 3rd and 7 at the 23. A must make down here, and an incompletion as Lomax was looking for Isaac Bruce. So they'll bring in the kicker from 40 yards out, maybe 41. Did he get it? He did not get it. That was Zerline. kicking that. So Baltimore with the ball again. $1:54 on the clock. They lead 24-7. Have to be feeling rather comfortable right now. We'll pitch it right to Jamal Lewis on 1st and 10. And he's going to pick himself up 5 yards. He's up to 109 on the day. We'll go back to Lewis. We'll trap him right side on 2nd and 5. Close to the first down.
Foul. Defense. Number
15 more, so they're going to get the first down.
Penalty. Automatic. First down.
That was Walker, one of the defensive tackles out of Duke. And now it's 1st and 10 at the St. Louis 46. Well, just going to keep pounding it. McCulley picks up 2 yards. McCulley has 7 carries, 15 yards, but he has a touchdown. He had a touchdown from 8 yards out for the last Baltimore score. Trap left Lewis, 2nd and 8. And yeah, St. Louis having all kinds of trouble shutting this down. Another gain of 4. Lewis on 23 carries is up to 117 yards. We will end the third period. It is Baltimore 24 and St. Louis 7. Baltimore 48 plays. They have run the ball 31 times. They have gained 244 yards in total, rushing and passing. St. Louis 38 for 183. They have put it up 26 times. So on 3rd and 4, we'll go 3 wide. Actually, we're going to go 5 wide. We're going to look for Moore again. Short hitch to Lenny Moore. And that's an incompletion. So 4th and 4 at the 40. I am not going to try to kick a field goal here. It would be 57 yards, and Stover does not have that kind of range. Pooch punt by Koch. And, oh, that's a good one. Out of bounds at the 4. And now John Gilliam is going to enter the game. He is number 42. So now Stukes comes in for Baltimore as a dime back. 1st and 10 at the 4. The defensive back, 6th defensive back that you bring in is a dime back. That's a penalty, which means
pass interference.
Yep.
Defense. Number 21, automatic. First down.
They get Keene trying to keep Gilliam in check, but commits a penalty there. 20 yards, that moves it up to the 24 for 1st and 10. 14:43 left, unless we go overtime. That's a pitch to Falk, gaining 4 more yards, up to 23 on the day. 2nd and 6 at the 28. Lomax, a quick throw and a catch to Sonny Randall, who gains 9 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37 after that. The Baltimore chain crew a little slow. Actually, I was just having some more green tea. 1st and 10. The give is to Falk. Falk not gaining much against this stalwart Baltimore D. Art Donovan making the tackle that time. 2nd and 10 at the 37. As time continues to move against the Maroons. Looking for Randall over the middle, tipped in the air by Hendricks. And then completion. 3rd and 10 at the 37. A penalty before the play.
False start. Offense. Number 81, 5-yard penalty. Repeat. 3rd down.
Holt called for a false start. 3rd and 15. Ball to 32. That is Falk gaining 3. Needed 15, though. So St. Louis has to punt it away again. 4th and 12 from the 35. We're going to fair catch it. Let's not take any chances. Up 17 points. Lewis making the fair catch at the 15. The punt by Jones going 50 yards. 24-7. And my plan here is to just have Lewis run the ball, McCulley run the ball. Gain of 3 for Lewis. He's up to $120. Yeah, we're going to call the stretch play here. Lewis will again get the call. 2nd and 7. That's when you bring your left side of your line over, and they help block for the runner. That gained 2 yards, 3rd and 5. So we'll break the double tight end set. We'll go Berry on a short cross. That's caught, a 1st down, a pickup of 7. 9:59 now left in the game, unless we go OT. Trap left Lewis. Just keep giving him those got shots. Gain of a yard, 26 carries for $123 now for Lewis. 2nd and 9. Get McCulley into this, off tackle right side. He gains a yard. Brockers, one of the defensive tackles, will be out a few plays, so DeMarco Farr comes in. He is a 6th defensive tackle. You see him there at the University of Washington. He has just 2 tackles and a sack so far on this HTFL season 2. So on 3rd and 8, we're going to go Barry again, short hitch. Should get the first down if he catches it. He does. And he gets the first, a pickup of 11. 1st and 10 at the 40. 8:22 left to go. 7th play of the drive coming up. This is going to be just a straight dive to Lewis. And he will pick up 4. He's up to 27 carries now, 127 yards. He is down to his last 8 carries before he gets fatigue penalties, in which point I will just put another running back in. Trap it left with Lewis on 2nd and 6. He picks up another 5 to make it 3rd and a yard. 6:55 now left to go. Thought we were a little farther ahead. And we're just going to dive it with Flacco. And he got the first. They're challenging the spot.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. A timeout will be charged.
Okay, so the appeal fails. St. Louis loses a timeout they probably would have needed. And they're out of challenges, so they'll have 2 the remainder of the half. We're going to go McCulley. Actually, you know what we should do? Because they're flooding the box. We're going to short cross it with Heap on 1st and 10. He's got it. Heap might go. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ravens. House call for Todd Heap. And that might be the backbreaker. 30-7 now in favor of the Ravens. I guess they could quote the Cardinals and say nevermore. Point after good by Stover. 31-7 with 5:52 now left. Metcalf will take this kickoff deep. It's a touchback. Not really seeing any notable changes for St. Louis in this possession. 5:52 to go. And that is Gilliam picking up 10 yards, just short of the first. So they'll have to fish again here. 2nd and inches at the 30. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to Sonny Randall. He picked up 2. That's good enough for the first. 4:56 to go. 1st and 10 from there. And a marker before the play.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Number 70. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Okay, Art Donovan called for that, as you heard. 1st and 5 at the 37. Here's the throw for Lomax. He's going deep, but he cannot find Bruce. And it's 2nd and 5. Not a bad idea to try a deep pass there. Ball still at the 37. And here's Lomax throwing. Incomplete, but a marker.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 40. Automatic. First down.
Boyd gets called for a PI. Moved it up to the 40 of Baltimore. But we're down to 3:55. Lomax looking for Gilliam, but that's an incompletion. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 40. Lomax again, another incompletion, looking for Bruce. He's 21 for 34, 185 yards. 3rd and 10, ball at the 40. This throw also incomplete. And they'll go for it on 4th and 10. I'm going to actually play defense and go 3-1, short zone, prevent. And it's caught and a first down. Bruce picking up 11 yards. He is at 5 catches for 68. Lomax at 22 of 36. Sounds like a girl's, 2/3 of part of a girl's measurements. 36, 22, 36. 1st and 10 at the 29. Lomax, a throw, an incompletion, but...
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 70, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So Donovan picking up some penalties here. 1st and 10 at the 14. These last moments are critical because one of the tiebreakers that might decide who makes the playoffs and who doesn't is point differential. So if St. Louis could lose by less than minus 24, they should take it. 2nd and 10 at the 14. The throw is another incompletion. 3rd and 10. And Lomax looking for Gilliam. That was incomplete. Keene was very keen on that coverage. 4th and 10 at the 14 could be the last gasp for St. Louis. Thrown underneath the Falk, he gains 3, but they needed some more yards than that. And Baltimore takes over. 2:20 to go. We're going to get somebody in there for Lewis and call it a day for him. And we are going to go with Ray Rice. Bit of a controversial figure, but he's on the roster. Trap right to Ray Rice on 1st and 10 from the 11. He gains 3 yards. EJ Jr. on the tackle will go to the 2-minute warning, and it is 31-7 in favor of Baltimore. Should be able to run out the string here. Off tackle right, Don McCauley. He'll pick up 1, and St. Louis not calling any timeouts. So we'll slow it down. Lewis is back in the game. We'll go his way. Trap right in a full house set. He picks up 4. Season high for Jamal Lewis. And $1.07. We will call timeout. Run that all the way down to 28 seconds because St. Louis is not using their timeouts. They realize this game is a lost cause. And we're going to punt it with Sam Koch on 4th and 2 from the 19. See what Hakeem can do. And he almost gets into Baltimore territory. The punt went 41. The return went 7. And with 19 seconds to go, St. Louis has the last few plays here in this game, trailing 24. Lomax going deep. He has Gilliam. Longest catch of the year for him for 36 yards. And they're calling time. St. Louis is calling time. 1st and 10 with 17 with 1 timeout left and 8 seconds. So this will probably be the last play. So they're going to have to score here. Incompletion. 1 second to go. 1 second to go. This will definitely be the last play. And it's a sack by Art Donovan. The game is over. Baltimore has won 31-7. Flacco only had to put it up 21 times in this game, but he will get the MVP honors. He threw a 50-yard pass to Todd Heap, 7-yard pass to Alexander. McCauley scored, and Flacco scored a touchdown earlier in the game. They scored put up 337 yards. They were perfect from the red zone, had time of possession for nearly 35 minutes. St. Louis ran 56 plays, but Baltimore ran 62. So Flacco, the better passer. Of course, Jamal Lewis, the big day, 29 for 136. Barry and Bruce each caught 5 passes, but Barry had the high yardage mark of the game at 70. Your defensive player of the game was Meanert, the high tackler. He picked up 8. So it was 31-7 Baltimore, and they're going to move to a tie with Washington for the East Division lead. And you got a whole bunch of teams that could tie Washington with that mark. And again, my menu goes to week 7. I do not know why that is. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to do San Francisco and Detroit. San Francisco, a 1-point favorite. They come into the game 6-1. One of the only 2 teams in the HTFL that are 6-1, and Detroit at home, who I will control, will be 4-3. Hope you enjoyed today's game. We will do an HTFL game tomorrow, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, and we'll do have a big Pauly's fight night. We'll do a featherweight doubleheader, which I haven't gotten to that point in the card yet, so that's why I'm going to beg off and do it tomorrow. So I hope you all have a pleasant Tuesday evening. And this has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed, God bless, and all of that. Me and Ella say bye-bye for now, everybody.